President, dear Toastmasters and guests. Once upon a time, when I was a 5th grader, during the geography class, we studied the 5 most biggest problems of the world. And I can remember, after 25 years, only one problem, and the problem was the scarcity of resources. And after 25 years, I don't see that problem. There are still plenty of food on the planet, there are clear water, clear air, there are oil and gas. But the resource that I don't have as much as I needed is the time. And if the time for you is only scarcity resources, and if you are reading a lot, that my method, which is as easy as pie, may be helpful for you. Reading. Why are we reading? I think that my reading mostly, I think it's some kind of educational. Most books I read is about some methods, some knowledge and so on. For example, this small one is about how to operate a digital camera. This small one is about how to operate people. I think.
I want to read next. I'm going to be the first one who will read. How to persuade and influence people. Very important.
And success in reading those books is defined by how well did I learn something from the books. And what is the best way to learn something? I think it's paradoxically, but it's teaching. If you can teach someone something, that it's a good proof that you understand and know that something. So the method is, when you are reading a book, you must think that you are going to teach somebody things that are in the book later. And what is interesting, you are not, it's not necessary to really teach somebody later. It's totally enough to think that you maybe will have such a task in the future. This method works perfectly for me, I think, 10 years. I use it every day. Last time I was using it was 5 minutes ago, when I was listening to Dmitry and thinking about if I will be explaining someone this mind map. What is the most important point? What I should tell? The method works perfectly for my 12 years old daughter. She uses it as part of doing her homework when she is going to teach her mother on some geometry or algebra equations, some stuff. So use this method. It's very easy. It's very helpful. You can say that this method is only for textbooks or course books, and you can say, what about novels? Novels don't talk about methods, novels don't say do this, don't do that, and so on. Novels are about persons, about conflicts, events, and so on. For example, if the novel named The Terror, for example,
Dan Simmons.
Yes. What can be taught after reading such a book? The task is tricky, but the task is not. But the task is simple. First, you can just retell the story, because retelling is, I think, it's a big part of every teaching, what first do the teacher, she or he just retelling the textbook, and then we have a first part of teaching. Second, I think that there are very few novels that are written without close connection to the real world. And the real world is so much bigger than any novel, even this thick. For example, this book is written on a true story about Sir Franklin expedition trying to find Northwest Pass, I think. All the names of the people, of the geographical objects, of the ships in the book are real. The book is not documentary, but you can easily find many interesting things around the book. Why the expedition was held. I think every good novel is related to the real world, and you can find events, things from the real world, and teach somebody on this thing. So, next time you'll find yourself with a book in your hand, stop for just 1 second and ask yourself, what if I'm going to teach somebody on this subject? And then proceed.